Alright, so hey there and welcome back, y'all. So back out here in the Fur Shed tonight. Like I said, I'm going to keep this thing going here, all through season. But obviously season hadn't started for us, so we're out here tonight just piddling around. Just kind of doing, little things here and there that might as well get done now before season. So bring you guys along as always here. So I'm just kind of messing around tonight. Making up some trap tags here. Now I know you can buy trap tags. I know they're pretty cheap, but I've always just made them. I go through a lot of trap tags, honestly, though. Just running as many coon sets as I do. Them coons they're hard on trap tags because they've got a hand so they can grab at stuff. So anyway, I'll show you. Now, this is one of them things where you can ask 5 different people and get 8 different answers, but I make my trap tags. I'll show you what I do here in a little bit, but I make them out of flashing. But I always try to keep at least 2 tags on each trap just in case one gets removed or something. Usually put them a couple 3 links up from the swivel here. You can see on this dog proof here I got 2 of them. This one here, it's been chewed on pretty good. This 1.5 here, it needs another one. It's got one right here, but like I said, I like to keep 2 of them. And I just roll them on. That flashing is real soft, so where if I make them, 3/8 1/2 inch wide, I can just roll them up into the links of those chains, and it seems to work pretty good. Like I said, I know some guys put them up under the trap or wrap them around or wire them on or whatever. Like I said, there's 100 different ways, but this is the way I do it. So I just go out and get a roll of flashing. This is just regular, thin gauge roof flashing here. You can get it like 5, 10, 15, 20 foot rolls, and just take my shears here and just cut me a piece. Roughly the width. I've got a 1x8 here that I make them on. So just take my shears there, just cut a piece off. Like I said, guys, 10 foot, man, you can make thousands and thousands of these. So this is my template here. I've got for number 4s and number 3s. This is whenever I cut out my screen. But on the back side here, all this is I've just taken a staple there, and you just pull the staple up and you clip that little edge there of that flashing up in there, and it stays put real good. And then I've just got a little electric engraver. Things are like 15, 20 bucks, and me, I engrave all my personal tools anyway. So then you just sit out here and get you a cold beer or watch a little bit of TV and just start writing your name and address. That's what we got to have here in Illinois. And just start writing it down, make you a little grid, then once you're done, cut it off, and you're good to go. So, like I said, I always keep a bunch on me as I'm checking sets. So this is just an old CCI 17 cartridge, sliding. You can see I got a bunch in there, trap tags. So I always keep them on me. As many of you guys know or may not, I wear like a tool belt. Checking sets, right? It just takes the place of having to carry an extra bucket, So I made a video on it. It's been a couple, 3 years ago, and I used to wear regular pouches, like carpenter's pouches, one on each side, and it was nice. But then I'd have to take them on and off if I was getting in and out of side by side all the time or in my truck, because it couldn't close the doors. So a couple, 3 years ago. I went to the front style pouch. I personally, I wear my pouches on the side at work, but I went to the front style pouch here, and what that allows me to do is whenever I'm checking sets, I got my pouch on here like this, and everything's to the front. Everything's to the front, and then I've got nothing to the side, so where I can get in and out of my vehicle, I can just climb into my truck or climb into the side-by-side, and I'm on about my way. It doesn't seem like much, but if you're making 20, 30 stops a night, You're running in there, checking sets. That's a lot of times taking pouches off on it, you know, in an evening. So this works out pretty well. You know, I keep just a few small tools in here. I keep my pan plugs. You know, I like to have a nice stiff putty knife for cleaning out behind the springs on dog proofs. You know, whenever you get real bad freezing weather, you need to keep that stuff cleaned out. You know, wrench for adjusting the dogs on traps. Just a few little things. But yeah, works out pretty well. At least for my situation, I'd recommend it. So both ways work good, the pouches. So anyway, just pedaling around doing that. Making up a few trap tags here. Like I said, you can knock out, you know, 100 of these in an evening if you really want to. So anyway, messing around with that. Got all my stretchers ready to go. Had some questions on the last video. What do I use to hang my boards? And it's just real simple here. Focus. There you go. Just little. These are just little gold hooks. They're just threaded on the bottom. I just thread them into the bottom of my board. You can see I've got a grid laid out there, and it's just got a bunch of just wire hooks on it. So works out pretty well. You know, I can hang and rotate boards, and then on my coyote boards, I hang them from the nose because they're so tall. They're split boards, so I've just got some wire just stapled. So yeah, just piddling around doing little things like that. Like I said, just waiting on season to get here. Still got a couple of weeks, so we'll see. Sharpen up a few knives, getting everything ready here. Bring you over. Y'all can kind of see here. Sharpen up a few knives. Y'all, if you have not invested in a work sharp knife sharpener, I need to get a new one. My bearings are going bad. This one here is about on its last leg. But that thing is, I got that whenever they first came out, and I don't know how long work sharps had them things, but it's been what, at least 7, 8, 9 years, I bet. I've sharpened a lot of knives with it. Best thing ever for touching up your knives. And everybody always asks me about my skinning knives, right? You know, you can spend a ton of money on skinning knives, but personally, I like the cheap knives because if I'm skinning coons, right, I don't have to worry about bouncing off the bones or anything. I know they make the disposable knives and all that other stuff, and so these are reground butcher knives is what they are. You can see they end up being about like a 4 or 6 inch fillet knife is what they come out to be whenever they regrind them. I'll leave a link if I can find them below. Minnesota Trapline has them. You can get them like 3 or 4 for 12 or 13 bucks. They may be a little bit more. I haven't bought some in a few years, but super cheap. It's pretty good stainless steel, but it's also soft enough that you can just keep touching it up. And that's what's nice, is you just run her over the old work sharp every 3rd or 4th coon or so, give her a couple passes, and you don't have to worry about it. These reground knives, like I said, you can see sometimes you get some with plastic grips, sometimes you get some with rubber grips, you know, just different variations. They're just reground. But yeah, real nice knife, but they got really big handles on them. You know, that's what makes it nice. So, you know, you got a lot of control. If you're wanting to spend a little bit more money too, Victorinox makes some really nice knives too. They've got nice big handles on them. You're gonna spend just a few more bucks, but you got real high quality steel. One of these is a chicken knife and one of these is a rabbit knife. But you can see I prefer the knives of the more fillet knife profile. You know, that way you got that long skinny blade. You can make them long raking cuts. So my preference, but you know, you guys can obviously see what I use. But I like the nice big handles. So anyway, just piddling around, getting some knives sharpened up, just kind of getting everything straightforward. Got all my pins and y'all see that right there? That saves a ton of time too. Put your pins in a block of foam. That way you're not trying to grab them in a cup and you know, prick your finger all the time. Just a little piece of foam really does help. So anyway, not a lot to show, guys. I actually I was actually coming out here, I poured a bunch of jigs and started tying up some hand ties, which I know a lot of you guys aren't interested in, but for those of you that are, I'll leave a link to my fishing channel below. You guys go check it out. We're going to start doing a lot of jig pouring and hand tying here. It's starting getting cold in winter crappie season, so I poured up a bunch of jigs. Anyway, guys, like I said, not a lot going on. We've still got just a couple of weeks left. If you guys have anything else you'd like to see for next week's episode, you know, definitely leave it in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. Kind of gives me some filler content, you know, till we really start ripping with season. But not much to say, guys. We're ready to go here. Getting ready to go. Still got a few things to do, but you know, getting real close. So anyway, y'all, if you enjoyed this little episode, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It really would, I'd appreciate it. Help me out a little bit. So anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know some questions or what you guys would like to see in a future episode. With that, y'all, I'm going to make a few more tags. As always, y'all, I appreciate the view, and we'll see y'all next time.